Hi Capricorn, this is your horoscope for November 2018. Now the first thing to know about November is that Venus is in Libra and it's in retrograde until the 16th of November. Venus is the planet of love, beauty and creativity, and it's in your 10th house of career and work. So don't be surprised if in the first 2 weeks of November you're really not feeling the love for your work. It doesn't mean that you're in the wrong job. It doesn't mean you have to throw everything up in the air and make changes. When Venus goes retrograde, it does affect us in the sense of what we love and what we love to do. So don't make any big decisions, particularly around your career, because Venus is in that 10th house of work. You may perceive things in a way now that you won't perceive them as at a later stage once Venus does go direct. On the 1st of November, the moon is in your 8th house, so you may be celebrated by the company you work for or some group of people who you're friends with. There's something positive happening in terms of you being in the spotlight around other people, something positive like that. On the 2nd and 3rd of November, you've got the moon in Virgo in your 9th house. So that's a really excellent time to do some learning, some studying, to hone your skills, to learn something new, and also to broaden your horizons and possibly even do some spiritual work if you wanted to. On the 4th of November, Mars, the male principle, is in Aquarius at 23 degrees in your 2nd house of money. Okay, so that's saying I want to teach people and I want to add value to their lives through my teachings, and that's how I'm going to get money back. And Jupiter is in Scorpio at 29 degrees, and that says I want to get in touch with my feelings and show other people how they can resolve emotional issues and deal with them and move forward despite them. Those two connect, and there's not much friction there. They both want to help, they both want to be of service in a way, and the constant friction, this is in place from the 4th of November until the end of the month. You're going to find that you're around a lot of people, that you talk to friends who may have some opportunities for you, or doors of opportunity just happen to open, and that you're able to either present or communicate or teach something to other people that is helpful to them and that allows them to get in touch with their own emotions and help them work-wise, and you could even make that your career. So any of you Capricorns thinking of becoming like a life coach because people come to you with their problems anyway all the time, this is the time to make that jump if you're in that situation. On the 5th and 6th of November, we've got the moon in Libra joining Venus in retrograde in Libra in your 10th house. So you get a respite from the Venus retrograde, and you can really make a good decision about what you want to do moving forward career-wise. So that 4th of November Mars-Jupiter square and that constant friction, it's going to continue to ask you throughout November, what is it that you want to do work-wise and what is it that you love? So you have to address that, otherwise it's just gonna keep coming up. On the 7th of November, we have the new moon in Scorpio. That happens in your 11th house, pulls in lots of Scorpio energy and sits next to your transiting midheaven and transiting Jupiter, all in Scorpio. So it pulls that emotional deep energy in. It activates the good luck of your Jupiter. Jupiter is at 29 degrees, 2 and 9 is 11, and you're able to serve people, especially through your work, and there's some sort of healing that you can do. So Capricorn, you're being asked to be the emotional rock for people this month. You really have something healing and stable and comforting about you, and you'll find that lots of people come and seek refuge with you. On the 8th and 9th of November, as well as the 10th, the moon goes into Sagittarius in your 12th house, so you'll find it easier to connect with the higher realms. Jupiter also goes into Sagittarius, so it's really a year of connecting with the unexplored, unmanifest, and really connecting with it and bringing it back down to earth and making it tangible for other people so that they can engage with it too. So all the intuitive, spiritual, kind of life coaching, intuitive, healer type of Capricorns, this is your month. So by the 10th of November, you can really have made a lot of spiritual progress. The moon then goes into your first house in Capricorn on the 11th of November, 12th, 13th. So those 3 days, the moon is in your sign of Capricorn, so you feel very, very comfortable during these 3 days. Saturn, Pluto, and your rising sign are all in Capricorn in that first house of self. So again, any Capricorn that wants to change the way they work, these 3 days are a way of sussing out what it is you love and desire, because maybe you don't tap into your feelings to make decisions. Maybe you look around and see what the best opportunities are. People are different and make choices in different ways. This is another opportunity for you to make changes in your career and to transform it so that it's a type of work that you enjoy and that suits you. Jupiter then goes into Aquarius in your second house. So the next 2 days, 14th and 15th of November, are really again about teaching and about being a humanitarian and feeling comfortable doing things for other people, and trying to find a way that to make that your actual career and your work. So you're very much into being a philanthropist and helping others, and you're a rock to other people. So that's interesting. So if you've ever thought of, you know, counseling people and this happens to you all the time, then, you know, if you're counseling people anyway, then become a counselor. If you want to go conventional, if you want to be intuitive, you can be a psychic or a card reader or something, then do that and make that your career. Now, the 16th of November is really important. Loads of stuff happens. First of all, the planet Venus of love and beauty and creativity goes direct in your 10th house of career. So from the 17th onwards, 16th, 17th onwards, yes, now you can make changes in your career. Before, think about them, consider them. From the 16th onwards. Now the next thing that happens on the 16th is that Mercury, the communication planet, goes retrograde. So communication and transportation are going to be more difficult. It happens in your 12th house of spirituality, so you may feel like that connection with your inner self has gone now a little bit, and it's more difficult to hear your guidance. So from the 16th onwards, really being more disciplined when it comes to your spiritual practice, that's important because Mercury is in retrograde. Now finally, the other big thing that happens is that Mars, the planet of masculinity and drive, goes into Pisces in your 3rd house. And now you've got Mars, the Moon, Neptune, and Chiron in Pisces in your 3rd house of communication. There's a grand trine in water in the chart. So if you have ever wanted to be of service and to really heal people by doing something where you can be of service to them, where you can be self-sacrificing for the sake of other people's healing, today is the day to do it. So if you're a Reiki healer, or if you want to be a healer, this is the day that will kind of expose and explain itself to you, and it will arise out of you. And I think for a lot of you Capricorns, you won't be that surprised because people come to you with their problems anyway. So if you're unemployed and if you've got no cash but everyone's coming to you with their problems, then it might be a good idea to get some sort of qualification so that people come to you with their problems but you actually get paid for it, so you can make a living out of it. Now moving on from the 16th, on the 17th you have that ability to communicate and to really find what it is that allows you to be a communicative healer in a way. Continues until the 18th. On the 19th and 20th, the moon joins Uranus, which is in Aries, in your 4th. So you feel really comfortable doing something with your family. On the 21st and 22nd, you're going to be more interested in personal, intimate, romantic relationships. And on the 23rd, we have a full moon happening in Gemini, and that happens in your 6th house of daily routine, work, and your physical body. If you look at the glyph of Gemini, it's a Roman numeral 2, and it's a doorway. So it's illuminated. I'll make separate videos on these to go into more detail, but basically you're going to get much more understanding in those 3 areas of your life: your daily routine, your work, and your health, and what you can do to make changes for the better. Okay, that lasts again, the 24th will continue. From the 25th until the 27th, you have the moon going through your 7th house in Cancer, and you have a grand trine again in water in this chart. So again, it's other people coming to you and you nurturing them and you helping them with their problems. So realize that you're an institution in a way, and that you need to do something with that. The clever thing would be to learn and to add some skills. At the end of the month here, the moon goes into Virgo in your 9th and 10th houses, and that kind of ends the month with the answer, really. The strongest element on this day is fire. So what is my passion? And the moon is in your 9th house of learning. You're teachable, you're willing to learn, and I really feel that you're incredibly connected this month. People come to you with their issues anyway, and if you've ever decided that you're interested in that, then really pursue that. If you're not interested in that and you'd rather keep things, you know, impersonal and practical, then use the watery energy to either be spiritual or creative, or to nurture loved ones. You know, there are different ways of expressing this energy. So I hope you have a wonderful month. If you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. In my personal readings, I use the astrology chart, the tarot, and the numerology. The astrology shows me your soul, basically. It shows me where you've been in past lifetimes, what you're here for in this lifetime, and what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are, what's destined for you in love and romance and health, moving, spiritual progress. If you have any questions, I can answer them. So if you are interested, please visit the website and order your reading. Please subscribe to this channel as well. I do live tarot readings on here, so at times, like once every couple of weeks or something. And I answer questions for free, so make sure you subscribe and make sure the bell is on, because you'll be notified when I come on live. I hope you have a wonderful November, and I'll speak to you soon.